been told that I was the best interviewee that several people have ever had in their career. And what I learned is it's a learned skill rather than a trait. It's something that you can develop as a very important skill in your career. I can also tell you I've never been to a final round interview without getting a job. And I really point to this process that I built that really helps me secure jobs and really figuring out, how to master the interview and really just put your best self forward in every interview that you go through. One specific example that I can point to is I really wanted to get a job at BlackRock. It was kind of my white whale. And my approach was, I went to my recruiter and said, get me 30 minutes with this hiring manager and I will do the rest. And what I did was I secured the interview, but then I built this master the interview process, which I'd like to share with you guys today. And it's helped me secure several jobs in my career. And I really think it's helped propel my career to where I am today. One thing I've learned is, there's kind of two main strategies for interviewing. So you can either have kind of a shotgun approach or a strategic approach. And so the shotgun approach might be it's your first job, and you're really just trying to apply for as many jobs as possible to see what's out there. Or let's say you were laid off or let go and you really have a sense of urgency to get a new job. And so you're applying for a lot of different jobs out there. Or you can have a strategic approach, which is, you have a job and you're strategically trying to be selective for, which new role am I looking for? It's not that you need a role. It's just, is there something better out there? The best advice I've ever been given in regards to interviewing is to interview at least once a year so that you know what you're worth. And what you'll find is you'll either realize you're totally happy where you're at and you don't want to change, or you'll realize, I could be happier and potentially making more money somewhere else. But the key here is to stay sharp. So when you go on at least one interview a year, you know what you're worth, but also you're not trying to relearn how to go through the interview process every time. It just really keeps you sharp with your interview process and skill. Another thing I would say is make sure when you're interviewing that you have kind of a practice employer versus just going straight for your white whale, the job you want to land with. So if you're starting off with, applications and interviews, you really want to figure out best practices, what works really well for you with maybe kind of a second or third tier or second or third choice employer versus learning all of this from scratch and testing it with, your white whale, the one company that you would do anything to get a job with.